amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. Again, the Tinubu administration, the APC, is showing us how well they are fixing Nigeria by increasing our debt and of course through their reckless spending. With their misplaced priority, we are seeing how well they are fixing the economy. As at yesterday, there was news that they've gone ahead to borrow 2-point-something billion naira or $1 billion from Kuwait, adding to the previous debt that we have already. And then you see them spending after lavishing 39 billion naira on ICC renovation. We're not even supposed to reach that amount. You see them talking about spending 712 billion naira to renovate a terminal of an airport. Just a terminal. That's how they are fixing Nigeria. And then these people come on national television to give excuse as to why they are spending those amount of money or why they are doing what they are doing. Forgetting that Nigerians do have record and of course do keep record. This airport renovation, terminal renovation that we are talking about, Nigerians are lamenting about, was renovated by the Buhari's administration. And right now, we are back to square one, lavishing money on the same thing again. Now, Peter Obi has reacted. So many other Nigerians have been reacting to it. I'm going to show you how some Nigerians have reacted. And of course, what Peter Obi tweeted, calling out the Tinubu's administration on this money that is to be spent on renovation.
You see, this Muritala Mohammed International Airport is in Lagos. It has two terminals. A terminal is like a bus stop, where planes come and stop you, or plane can stop you here, or they can stop you here. You get the idea, and they offload the passengers. That's what terminal means. In 2014, Nigeria said he had one terminal for long, Terminal 1. Then I said they're going to build a new terminal, Terminal B, Terminal 2. And they voted about $500 million to build 4 terminals in 4 of the international airports. One new terminal in Lagos, one new terminal in Abuja, one in Port Harcourt, one in Kano. So Nigeria now had in all of those international airports, we now have two terminals. Buhari commissioned the Terminal 2 in the Muritala Mohammed International Airport on March 2022. That was when he commissioned. So it was March, like 3 years ago, that Nigeria had a second terminal at that Muritala Mohammed Airport, state-of-the-art facility. And in 2019, that Terminal 1 that they want to renovate now was renovated by this then former minister, I think Hadi, that one that useless one that deceived Nigeria, that went to carry an aeroplane from Ethiopia, painted it Nigeria and brought it to also flag Nigeria with Hadi Siraka was the commissioner, who was the minister who financed the renovation of that Terminal 1. Guess how much was used for that renovation? They used 14 billion to renovate Terminal 1, the same terminal I want to renovate now, in 2019. Then about 14 billion was roughly about 39 million USD. That's 39 million dollars, because then exchange was about 360 naira per dollar. If you convert this current one, that's 712 billion naira. If you convert to million, it gives about 450, almost 500 million US dollars. Because the exchange rate is about 1,000. So look, renovation that was done in 2019 with 39 million dollars. It's not been done now with about 450, almost 500 million US dollars. This airport is not a comatose, so it's not like a totally destroyed or a bad airport too. This airport still has what we call censored conveyor belts. It has about 9 jet bridges. It has about 10 advanced cooling system. It has heat extraction system. It has a very wide, we call free duty area where you have banks and shops. It has a 22-room hotel apartment in that terminal. State of the art. State of the art. So what the NPC government wants to do is to destroy all of these things and rebuild it, because they are interested in siphoning 712 billion into private coffers. Mind you, this same 712 billion was not budgeted for in the last 2025 budget. It's not in the budget. Budget for the Federal Ministry of Aviation is 71 billion. That is all the salaries they will pay, all the maintenance they will do, all the job they will carry out for this year 2025 cannot be more than 71 billion. Yet a ministry that has 71 billion for federal allocation yearly is now carrying on a project of 712 billion.
Currently drowning in debt, inflation and mass poverty, has decided to spend 712 billion naira which is about $500 million, to renovate a single airport terminal, not to build a new one, not to expand aviation to underserved places like Calabar or Minna, just to renovate Terminal 1 of Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Yes, it's old, built in 1979, but didn't we already spend 106 billion naira rehabilitating it under the Buhari administration? So what happened? Did it crumble under a decade? Now they claim it's structurally weak and must be stripped to its carcass. Stripped or looted? They justify it by pointing to JFK's $19 billion upgrade in New York. Newsflash, we're not New York. We don't have 24-hour power. Hospitals are falling apart. Doctors are threatening to strike. Nurses already have. This isn't infrastructure, it's dysfunction at scale. And the real punchline, Ghana, just right next door, built a brand new ultra-modern terminal at Kotoka International Airport for $250 million. That's half of what Nigeria is spending just to renovate. Let me repeat, Ghana got a new terminal, 6 air bridges, 5 million passenger capacity, top-class amenities for half of the price of our renovation. So what exactly are we renovating? The terminal or corruption itself? Who got the contract? CCECC. Again, no open bidding, no detailed project plan, just an announcement. This isn't development, it's design and looting with duty-free perfume. Opposition parties are shouting, civil society is fuming, and the National Assembly likely still humming, Bola on your mandate, we shall stand, while our future is mortgaged. Let's be clear, this isn't about passengers or progress. It's a vanity project for the elite, a golden toilet for public funds. We're not against infrastructure, we're against daylight robbery dressed as development. 712 billion naira to renovate, that's not renovation, it's a renovation of rot. Because if this flies, it's not just planes taking off, it's our priorities, our common sense, and our future.
Now, here is what Peter Obi tweeted condemning the actions of the Tinubu's administration. He said here, nations like Nigeria know what to do to prosper, but just can't do it. James A. Robinson, Nobel laureate in Economics 2024. In July this year, the United Nations issued a frightening warning that 34 million Nigerians are at risk of hunger. This was also published in National Dailies on August 1st, 2025. This is not just an abstract statistic. It speaks of real people, our parents, children, neighbors, and friends who are going to bed hungry and waking up without hope of a meal. So, while the country faces acute hunger, with Nigeria ranked among the hungriest countries in the world and classified under the category of serious hunger, the federal government of Nigeria announced a 712 billion naira budget for the renovation of an airport on the same August 1st, 2025. It is profoundly troubling that at a time while millions of Nigerians are facing the crushing burden of hunger, the federal government has chosen to approve a staggering 712.3 billion naira not to feed its people, not to leave them out of hardship, and not to invest in their well-being, but to renovate an airport. This raises a fundamental and urgent question: where are our national priorities? Let us not forget, in 2013, Nigeria secured a $500 million loan from the China Exim Bank, supplemented by counterpart funding to upgrade 5 international airports: Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Enugu. If that massive investment was made barely a decade ago, what justifies an even larger sum today for just one airport, especially at a time when Nigerians are starving, internally displaced, and desperate? As a nation, our primary obligations is to protect and provide for our people to ensure they are fed, healthy, and secure. While physical infrastructure like airports and road matters, they cannot prioritize against hunger, health, education, and security. Food security itself is a national security and economic strategy. Development is about choices. It's about understanding that national progress begins with the basics. Human development, not with grandiose infrastructure projects, a government that builds grandiose infrastructure while its people starve is not building a nation, it is betraying one. The time has come to rethink our priorities and put Nigerians first in every policy, every budget, and every decision. We must prioritize and concentrate our resources in critical areas of development, security of lives and property, health, education, and pulling our people out of poverty. A new Nigeria is possible. P.O. You know, the most annoying part of this is that it is not even in the budget. And that's where Nigerians are even hammering on. Aside from the fact that, okay, this is another misplaced priority. This is another journey, that is going to increase our debt. I won't be surprised if they're also borrowing for this, even though they came out to say, oh, I think I saw Kiamo's interview where he said they are not borrowing for this whole thing. For goodness sakes. Just like what PO is saying and just like what every other Nigerian is saying. This is not even important. While still that this was even renovated by the Buhari's administration. Or the Buhari's administration just announced that they were going to do it and then they did not do any work there. The money just went down the drain. And even if the Buhari government, told Nigerians that they did it and then it happened that nothing was done to that same terminal, both the first and the second. Is this even the right time for the Tinubu's administration to do this? The whole money they've been borrowing, road, this one, there's even no money to talk about human capital development, nothing at all. Nothing, they are not even talking about, okay, the money we are even using to borrow, let's use it to raise something, that we yield much more, growth, bring much more growth to the economy. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Even the agricultural sector to say, okay, let's fix it there. Let's see what we can do with this in agriculture. So that in the next 1 year, we can be exporting certain things. See the report I just said. Nigeria, not just giant of Africa for mouth. I just read someone that report yesterday. I couldn't even read it totally because I was just in a hurry. About Nigeria out, not even included in the African nations that, got something about, it has to do with gold mine. Like, our leaders, nothing concern them, concern human, development. Nothing concern them. Nobody is saying infrastructure is not good. But on a scale of preference, where these things come, even all the roads that they are talking, they are doing. Every single time you hear people call them out, whenever they tell you, we've done this, we've commissioned this, people call them out. You can imagine the one I saw the other day. It's clear. Nobody can tell me that road was even, that they've even dropped one thing on that road. But they have gone ahead to commission it and celebrated that Tinubu is walking the road. They will list all the things that Tinubu they say according to them, Tinubu is doing. They go and verify. Nothing they happened there. Some they could just manage commission 30 kilometers or even less than, and that's the end of it. For a project that they estimate a certain amount of money, tomorrow they'll come to tell Nigerians that the money is not enough. They'll go and borrow, e.g. the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, that we did not send them. Other roads are death trap that people are using. Instead of them to hurriedly fix that one to save the life of Nigerians. No, they are busy doing the opposite. Tell me at this point in time, if they not renovate that Lagos Terminal A, what will happen? And why is it that something will not be in budget for the House to deliberate on it? They will go ahead and want to do it. It's just because we have a rubber stamp assembly. That's why we have all these things happening. That's why we have this happening. And these people, they are cool with the whole thing because they know that, okay, Nigerians will not take action. I beg, this matter don't tire me. All these things I'm tired. At this point, maybe we could just rest, make everybody just go. Because we can't keep having people displaying all this madness. Every single time, corruption stinks from every nook and cranny. And somebody is telling Nigerians to relax that Tinubu is fixing it. It is God that will punish every person that is looking at what is happening and tell us to relax that Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. It is God that will punish that person. Tinubu cannot be fixing Nigeria and we are having all this amount of money on frivolities. Tinubu cannot be fixing Nigeria and then he doesn't even know when to place priority rights, what to place before the other. There is no way Tinubu can be fixing Nigeria that way. Why are we like this in this country? Now, in fact, that will even be the problem because most of us, they enable these individuals. Stealing our money. Borrowing. Then by the time Tinubu finish, those of them that are never ever satisfied, they will start seeking for political appointment in the next administration and then come and tell you what Tinubu did and all that. You don't reach time we go give people koboko. You don't reach time we be say we go begin the stone politicians. You don't reach time. This whole thing needs to stop. Like seriously, it hurts when you come to the pages of paper and you see those things. It hurts when you on your television and you get to read or see all these things. It hurts. We all cannot be suffering. People will be enjoying at the detriment of the citizens. Going on projects, looting money from there at the detriment of citizens. You don't reach time we're supposed to stone them. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly do leave your opinion in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish video. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for the support. I see it all and I'm super grateful. God bless you immensely. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.